Alrighty, so it's time to talk about the Cincinnati Reds in today's video, and I think they're one of the bigger surprises of the 2021 MLB season so far. At the time of filming this video, they have a 5-1 record currently, and yeah, we're going to talk about the Cincinnati Reds in today's video. Talking about they played better without Trevor Bauer, which is kind of interesting, losing against Cy Young caliber pitcher. We're going to talk about all that in today's video. But before I get into this video, 70% of you that watch these videos not subscribe, get your life together, hit that subscribe button, turn notifications, and leave a like on this video. Subscribe, turn notifications, and leave a like, and let's go ahead and get into this video. Talking about the Cincinnati Reds. Now, we talked about the Detroit Tigers in my last video about Kilpadu, the Tigers, and just in general. So, for the Reds here, they've had a lot of surprising players here. Starting off with Jonathan India, who was a highly touted prospect coming out. He was the third baseman, but he's played second baseman so far this season, and he's at a 476 average, 0 home runs, and 10 RBIs. Now, I think that the Reds are starting to get a reputation for something here, and it's not something bad at all, but it's something that they're developing talent so well. They are developing talent, and that may be making players better than they were with another team, making a player like Jonathan India very good, making a player like Tyler Stevenson good, a player like Tyler Naquin. Like, this Cincinnati Reds team really has something going here. Nick Castellanos, bounce back season so far from him until he did get a suspension, but he did appeal that. He has a 435 batting average, 4 home runs, and 7 RBIs. That is a pretty small sample size here. 316 batting average for Tyler Naquin, though, and 4 home runs and 13 RBIs. I am very surprised by Tyler Naquin's such good start. Joey Votto's kind of stayed the same. He's not been very good. 200 batting average, 0 home runs, 2 RBIs. Same thing with Eugenio Suarez, 111 batting average, 1 home run, and 2 RBIs. So the Reds are in a win-now spot, it looks like. They kind of took a step, what would consider back this offseason, but apparently somehow they kind of got better. Now, the Tyler Naquin signing kind of just like nobody knew. Now, Luis Castillo needs to be good in 2021. He needs to be good in 2021. Now, here's the thing. Luis Castillo's got to be good in 2021. Like, he can't get much worse than he was in 2020. And he was bad in 2020, if we are being honest. Like, he was bad. I mean, bad might even be like nice. So Tyler Stevenson's another player to look at here, who's had 1 home run, 2 RBIs, and a 455 batting average so far this season. I mean, this Reds team, they're really a fun team to watch here. I really think. I think the Reds are a team maybe that you don't really think you should tune into, but they're definitely a team that maybe you should watch a little more. But here's the thing: Tyler Mahle's another interesting player who, Tyler Mahle's another interesting player who they've, I'm trying to pull up his stats right now. Tyler Mahle. So far this season, he has a 3.60 ERA and 1 win and 0 losses. So, yeah, Sean Doolittle's been pretty decent so far. Small sample size. But, yeah, a lot of these Reds pitchers, minus like Amir Garrett, who's got a 22 ERA, are doing pretty well so far this season. So for the Reds here, I mean, they've developed their talent pretty well. And their bullpen, I'm actually starting to like their bullpen a bit more than I was before the season with Sean Doolittle, Lucas Sims, who had a good 2020, Amir Garrett, TJ Antone. I'm starting to like that bullpen maybe a little more. Shogo Akiyama's a very interesting player here, a player that was not good in 2020. Very hyped up coming out of Japan. So Shogo Akiyama is another name to watch out for. They can develop him into a pretty good player. And they don't even have one of their best starting pitchers, if not their best starting pitcher, in Sonny Gray right now, who has back soreness. He has back soreness right now. Michael Lorenzen has a strained shoulder, and it's out right now, one of their best relief pitchers. So, I mean, here's the thing. I don't know how that the Reds lost a Cy Young type pitcher and honestly have played better this year without him. Now, I do think it is a bit to do with the hitting there, just because the hitting was so bad last year. The run support was terrible for their starters, just really bad. So, as far as the future for the Reds, because I think we're going to kind of look towards the future a little bit in these videos, because I think that was pretty fun to do last time. So, this rotation looks really good for the future here. Nick Lodolo and Hunter Green, their top two prospects, are both starting pitchers, and he both have an ETA of 2021. So both are very, very good players. Nick Lodolo, we're looking at his grade. It says he's Daytona Tortugas A ball, but I don't know. So he was their seventh round pick in 2019. I don't know why it says his ETA is in 2021 because I would doubt that. 55 fastball, 55 changeup, 55 slider, 60 control, and 55 overall. That 60 control right there is very, very good to see. Next player is Hunter Green, who was the number one pick in 2017. Now, that's probably not looking like the second overall pick. Probably not looking like the smartest ever pick, but still, Hunter Green definitely has some upside. 50 cutter, 80 fastball. That fastball must just be deadly. 55 slider, 50 changeup, 55 overall player. So, Hunter Green's a very interesting player here. I think he has like I said, I think he has the stuff to maybe come out of the bullpen. I think that could be very interesting there to maybe see him come out of the bullpen. But like you've got an Austin Hendrick who they just drafted in 2020. His ETA 2024 quite a bit away. But yeah. You've also got Jose Garcia, who we haven't seen much out of. He did play a little bit in 2020, but we haven't seen a lot out of him at all. So I really am a big fan of this Reds team. They've got some surprising players this year. And like I said, Tyler Naquin. You've got Jesse Winker is another player to look for here. 375 batting average so far this season. Tucker Barnhart's been another player. 385 batting average. Like this whole team has like a 300, 400 batting average, which is really, really good to see if you're a Cincinnati Reds fan. So for this Reds team, like I said, Sonny Gray's going to be coming back. That'll be a big boost in that rotation, considering that Luis Castillo's not been very good this season. But I really love, like I said, the way that this Reds team is developing their talent. I think is really, really good, and I think Kyle Holder might be another player who they traded for literally nothing. So yeah, this Reds team is very interesting. Like I said, 5-1 start to the season. I don't think anybody was expecting this. I predicted them to be in third place. So far, I've been wrong on that prediction. But I mean, I think that this team, Shogo Akiyama, like I said, is a very interesting player here. A player that had a very down 2020 season for what the expectations were. I don't think that the expectations probably should have been where they were, but they were. Now, looking at their schedule just look at their schedule here now, here's the thing. They're in a central division that's not very hard to win, really. I mean, the Cardinals have really not played that well, honestly. Yes, they're 5-2. I really haven't seen much that's made me like, yeah, the Cardinals are good. The Cardinals are a good team. But 4-3 from the Cubs, they've been disappointing. Brewers, Pirates obviously are terrible. Like, there is no great team in this division. And I don't think that you should expect maybe the Reds to run away with the division or anything, but still. Luis Castillo had a better start yesterday, or April 7th, versus the Pirates, but it's the Pirates. Well, I'm going to have to see more. So they play Arizona for the next 3 games here. Very winnable games there. Then you play San Francisco, Cleveland, Arizona, St. Louis. You've got some big games there, April 23rd through 25th. So overall, like, this Reds team does not have a tough schedule. Like, they have a very winnable schedule, and I think that that's the thing here with Central teams. They have a very winnable schedule, and that's especially with the Cincinnati Reds here. I'm not discrediting the Cincinnati Reds. I'm simply saying they have an easier schedule than what you could say for the Braves. They have a lot. They don't have as easy of a schedule. So yeah, that's gonna be the end of this video. If you enjoyed it, make sure you leave a like, subscribe, and turn notifications, because like I said, 70% of you that watch these videos are not subscribed. Get your life together, hit that subscribe button, turn notifications, and leave a like. Thank you for watching, and peace.